Oh, this looks so good in the sun, man. It's a beautiful car. Hello YouTube, I'm back with a quick video. Currently, sorry, it looks like I'm looking this way, but I really need to look this way. So I'm doing a quick video. I'm having some battery issues with this car, so it just went to the shop and it was leaking gas, and I was trying to get the top fixed, and the gas leak is fixed. The top is not fixed yet, so they think it's the pump. Okay, seems like they can't figure out what's wrong with it. Starter got changed. They washed the grease off, new valve cover gasket, and now when I go to the car, it doesn't want to start. So first we'll test the battery with this meter right here, Fluke. I think the battery is full. So yesterday what happened was I could not find this answer anywhere online, but it's just like a random, really random question and answer. So basically the battery looked like it was full. I'll still test it, but when I put the jumper cables on, it gave it some power. It gave it a little more power, and then the car started fine like the battery wasn't dead. So we'll go ahead and get in here and just try it out. Well, last time it did not want to start with the original Mercedes key. This is actually a Gavin Newsom family car, our California mayor. It's his uncle's car that passed away about 5 years ago. He actually worked for FEMA. Yeah, this car has no juice right now. See, I'm cranking it. Nothing. So we'll go ahead and go pull the motor, pull the hood latch, and we'll go ahead and just measure the voltage from the battery right now. So on the Benz, when you pop the hood, the old one, you do a little thing, you pull it and pull it up. It was better to do it with two hands by the grill. So they cleaned the engine compartment. Pretty nice in here. But I honestly don't like when they pressure wash engines because it might cause. So here's the battery. So here you go. I actually just tested the battery, or just measured the voltage on it. So it's showing. You put the probes on, just anyone. Just make sure it's in the DC, direct current mode. And go ahead, just touch the leads like that, and see it's not giving me anything. I just tried it on my truck, and it showed me 12.6. So I don't know, this is a brand new battery actually, so I don't understand what's going on. The alternator is not charging it, or so what I will do right now, I'll probably jump start the car, and then I'll pull off the terminal, and then I'll measure how fast the battery is dying. And then I think my buddy told me to take off the negative clamp and put one of the leads on the negative and the other one on the positive, and it'll show you the draw if this car is sucking up the battery from something. Stay tuned. So to be honest, I'm not sure what size that is. I don't know. It doesn't look like a 10. Maybe it looks like a 12. So I'll just go ahead and use the crescent wrench. I always use crescent wrenches on these battery terminals. all my life, most of it, because usually a 10mm is hard to find because it's usually missing in action. Yeah, we'll do the same for this side too. Okay, so I just checked, right? So right now the battery is winding down, so something is draining the battery. So to check that, you take your positive lead or any lead on DC mode, right? You put it in there, right? So say you got, you put the other one here. So see, it's giving me 7.7 volts. It was 12, now it's 7.7. Now the car doesn't crank. So in order to test if the car is draining, something is draining the battery, you go ahead, you jump the car, give it 12 volts to make sure there's any little voltage in your system, right? So then you're gonna go ahead and pull the negative terminal, put it anywhere away. You put it anywhere away from the battery. So now all you do, you take one lead, right? You clip it right here, and then the other lead. But there still has to be some voltage in the system. There has to be a little bit of voltage in the battery to do this. So you got your thing on DC voltage, right? And then you got one lead on the battery wire itself, and then the other one you put it on the actual battery post. And boom, there you go. So something is draining 7.8 volts. It was draining 12 when the battery had 12 volts. So now, as you see, it's draining. So something is on and draining. I kind of have a feeling it might be the stereo or the power antenna. So now what we'll do, gonna go ahead to the fuse box, and we'll just pull fuse by fuse. And once we get that voltage loss, right, we get that number. When that number goes away, depending on which fuse we pull, that's where you look. Stay tuned. I'll actually try to do this right now. Hopefully I'll figure it out. Thank you. Stay tuned. So here we are. I got the battery touching right there. I got 7.9 volts. So we're just gonna go ahead and come here and start pulling them one by one. One. Nope. 2. Nope. 3. Nope. 2. No. It's probably gonna be the radio. So let me figure it out which one it is, and I'll let you guys know. Thank you.